What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today on this beautiful day. Today, we will be reacting to how is Germany the richest country in Europe? Seriously? Is he being sarcastic or is this a well-known true fact? Germany is the richest country in Europe. I am so excited to finally learn about what your economy has to offer, the beautiful things Germany has to offer, things that the allies have access to, and any other future partners that may want to partake in, business, a partnership with Germany someday. Yeah, they're going to gain a lot. And Germany is a very loyal partner, so you don't gotta worry about no backstabbing and none of that. Let's jump right into this, man. This was highly, highly recommended. And I'm being honest, as an American, I have no idea about what all the things, should I say, Germany has to offer. And I'm not, should I say, educated on everything as far as when it comes to your economy. Oh, absolutely not. There's always more to learn. So let's go ahead and learn, man. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers. Feel free to check out my Twitch and all my other channels in the description. And shout out to the Geography Bible, man. This is like our second or third time checking out a video on his channel, but pertaining to another country, to a different country. So this brother right here is educated, man. Original video link will be down below in the description, man. I'm excited. This is
At the
highly
time of
recommended.
making
How
this
do I not know
video,
any of this?
Germany's GDP is estimated to be around 4.2 trillion US dollars. This amount of money is hard to comprehend. However, it is still less than the combined market cap of the two most valuable brands on the planet, Apple and Saudi Aramco, whose total market cap is valued at 5 trillion US dollars.
Wow.
An economy size of 4.2 trillion makes Germany the fourth richest country in the world when looking at this metric. Of course, this does not reflect individual wealth, but the wealth of the value of all finished goods and services made within Germany during a specific period. Only Japan, China, and the
So talking about like a major impact Germany had around times, maybe what, like around war times or something, are we like specifically talking about?
made within Germany during a specific period. Only
Okay, times in history,
Japan,
all right.
China, and the USA have a larger economy. Each have a population 1.5, 16.6, and 4 times larger respectively. So just how is Germany the richest country in Europe? Well, Germany is an economic powerhouse. It sits in the middle of Europe, is a founding member of the EU, and is the second most populated country on the continent, only behind Russia, which kind of cheats by sitting in 2 continents. Only the Dutch work fewer hours among the 34 members of the OECD, which contains 38 countries from around the world. That German children spend 25% less time in the classroom than their Italian counterparts, and that there are 6 more productive economies in Europe alone, and yet Germany still has the strongest economy in Europe. So
Nice,
first things
wow.
first, let's take a look at how Germany compares to other European countries in terms of GDP. So the UK sits just below them with 3.1 trillion, next is France at 2.9 trillion, Italy at 2.1 trillion, and then Russia at 1.6 trillion US dollars.
Yeah.
However, it must be noted that due to the sanctions from Russia's invasion of Ukraine, it is likely that Russia's economy size is actually much lower than this figure. So Germany comfortably takes the crown as the richest country by GDP on the continent. In 2016, Germany recorded the highest trade surplus in the world, worth over $300 billion.
Oh my goodness.
This
300
economic
billion?
result made it the
Damn.
biggest capital exporter globally. Germany is one of the largest exporters in the world, with around $2 trillion worth of goods and services exported.
All right, let's check it. Let's check out some of these export goods. Hold on. Motor vehicles. Well, we know that. Machinery. What type of machinery? Construction machinery? What type of machinery are we talking about? Chemicals. Computer and electronic products. Get out of here. Electrical equipment. Pharmaceuticals. Really? Metals. I knew about the metals. Transport, motor vehicle. I know, okay. I didn't know about these. Equipment. Food stuff. Wait. What do you mean by food stuff? Just like food in general? That just threw me off. Like just food in general that we see in like the supermarkets and stuff. Because I have yet to see one Germany product made like one product in the supermarket is made in Germany. I have yet to see that. Where? Am I shopping at the wrong stores? Am I shopping at the wrong stores? Textiles? What is this? What is this word? I have never seen this a day in my life. Textiles? Am I saying that right? Rubber and plastic products. Wait, what? Textiles. What is that? Wait, because I'm seeing here, that's the first time I have ever heard of that. Look at my typing, bro. Oh my gosh, I didn't even.
Textiles.
Textiles. Okay, I did say it right. I was about to say, boy. Yeah, that's my first time actually hearing about that. Okay. Wait, I probably should have looked up what does it mean? What is textiles? A type of cloth or woven fabric. Oh. How did I not know that? Really? It's my first time hearing this word. Okay, okay. Good to know, good to know.
In 2019, the automotive industry gross production value in Germany accounts for roughly 500 billion euros in total sales. In 2019, around 3.5 million vehicles were exported, which was around 20% of all exported cars in the world. The industry employs around 800,000 people within Germany and accounts for around 10% of the total national GDP.
German cars are known around the world for their quality and value. Brands such as BMW, Mercedes, Audi.
I want to say only in Germany or any other country that gets it. Because when they get shipped to the US, I don't know what the hell they doing, but they sure screwing them up. Because out here, German engineering got a bad reputation. Horrible reputation. And you guys told me your BMW's been lasting you. You ain't never got a check engine light. Oh, okay. That's how I know they tweaking something out here in the US. They going under that hood and they screwing up things, baby. It's not the same out here. People despise German engineer. And most of these shops out here, they're not qualified to work on German engineer because they're not taught it. And they be scary, like, oh, we can't work on this as a German engineer. Well, maybe you shouldn't be, maybe you should be working on cars then, bro. Like, oh, all right, let me stop. Like, is it really that difficult? German engineer is one of those ones.
For their quality and value.
It's not the same in the US.
BMW, Mercedes, Audi, and Porsche are some of the most prestigious brands in the world. With a revenue of $278 billion US in 2019, Volkswagen is Germany's biggest company. It is.
Oh, really? I had a Jetta, man. If I remember, I'll throw up a picture of my old Jetta in this video. If I remember, guys, I will throw up a picture of my old Jetta in this video.
It's the 133rd most valuable brand at a market cap of around $105 billion US. However, what blows my mind is that a company of this caliber is still 27 times smaller in terms of market cap than the most valuable company, Apple, at around $2.7 trillion at the time of making this video. So Germany's GDP makes them the richest country in Europe, but as mentioned earlier, this does not reflect the wealth of its citizens. Let's look at the USSR as an example. It was an extremely wealthy empire, but the everyday citizens who lived in it were very poor. So instead, let's take a look at GDP per capita, which is a more accurate way of seeing the true wealth of citizens. For this, Germany ranks 17th in the world and actually 12th in Europe. So not bad, but certainly not as good as where their total GDP ranks them. It must be noted, however, that some of the nations that rank above Germany are incredibly small, such as San Marino and Luxembourg, whose populations are 34,000 and 642,000 respectively. So it's not a fair comparison for a country who has 84 million. However, these stats do not lie, and although Germany is a financial powerhouse, its citizens on average aren't so much compared to other countries around them. When it comes to average salaries, Germany ranks 11th in the world and 8th in Europe at just under $54,000 or 50,000 euros. So again, not bad, but not
this stuff that you guys are exporting around the world. Is it cheaper in your country versus like if we were to get like a BMW or a Porsche or a Volkswagen out here, we're gonna pay a little bit more to tax? Ah, well, maybe so. Well, maybe not. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, please. Because I'm thinking like, well, if you're saying that Germany is this powerhouse, but the people that live in it don't really have that much money as you would really think, when compared to their GDP. I'm thinking like, well, what's the point of having all these lavish places around these people can't afford it? But then I'm like, wait, this is manufactured in their country. They are getting it for cheap. We gotta pay top dollar. They're getting it for cheap. And we gotta pay top dollar, and the vehicle was screwed up. The vehicle was screwed over. It ain't the same as if we buy it in Germany. I promise you. I promise you, guys. You think I'm going crazy? Do I have to cry on my hands and knees? I'm so serious, guys. Don't make me cry, please. Please understand where I'm coming from. But please let me know in the comments. Is it actually cheaper for you guys? That way, the people in Germany, because you still got to feed your economy. So that way, the people in Germany can still afford these things being, produced in Germany. And you can still feed your country while still taxing other countries more to sell your items. Am I picking up what he's putting down? Somebody let me know, please. Do I have a good understanding, or there's some things I got off?
Germany ranks 11th in the world and 8th in Europe at just under 54,000 US dollars or 50,000 euros. So again, not bad, but not the best.
When it comes to enormous wealth, Germany has the 4th highest amount of billionaires in the world at around 134. Only India, China and the US have more. This means that there are around 3 billionaires per 2 million people in Germany. At around 3 million, Germany has the 4th most billionaires in the world, only behind Japan, China and the USA. This means Germany is responsible for over 5% of all millionaires in the world.
There is absolutely no doubt that Germany has benefited greatly from the euro. By getting into bed with more sluggish economies in southern Europe, Germany adopted a much weaker currency than would otherwise have been the case. As one of the very few countries in the world running a balance of payments surplus, the Deutschmark would have been a great deal stronger than the euro. However, this has provided a terrific boost to German exports, which are cheaper to overseas consumers as a result. But this goes only some way to explaining Germany's current economic might. Just as important are the relative low levels of private money. This has provided a terrific boost to German exports, which are cheaper to overseas consumers as a result. But this goes only some way to explaining Germany's current economic might. Just as important are the relative low levels of private debt. While the rest of Europe gorged on cheap credit throughout the 1990s and noughties, German companies and individuals refused to spend beyond their means. In German, borrowing is Schulden, which is the same word for guilt. There is an
and let me tell you something. Oh, guilt. That's exactly what your government should be feeling if y'all go over that spending rate. Yeah, and then y'all go ahead and put yourselves in debt. And then what does that cause? You to start taxing your citizens, taxing your locals of the country. Yep, everybody got to pay more money now, man, in taxes or in prices. The grocery stores, the supermarkets, gas, petrol. I've been trying to say petrol. I was trying to explain that to people. Like, we shouldn't be saying gas because like gas can mean other things. Especially like the human body and stuff, and like gas fumes in the air. Like, it's too many terms to go for that word. I'm trying to get my people to say petrol. I'm trying to get used to it as well. Petrol. Petrol, because it's not gas going in our car. Gas is like a smoke type of thing. It's oil going in our car. Petrol. It makes so much sense. But raising the prices of that, raising the prices of clothes and stuff, whatever they can, because you got to get the money back out to citizens. I tell you, you want to know who would do that? It's the United States. And he brought up that guilt word, and it's right when I paused it. Is that how your government would be feeling? A lot of regret, like remorse, like, why are we doing this to our people? Because they know exactly, like, wait, whoa, price is going up, something ain't right. They know it's because of y'all. When something goes wrong, people look at their government. People are supposed to look up to their government. Not be afraid of them, not hate them.
and
You know?
noughties, German companies and individuals refuse to spend beyond their means. In
That's good.
German, borrowing is Schulden, which is the same word for guilt. There is an attitude that if you have to borrow, there is something wrong with you. This has been particularly
And that's why I love living my life. Live by your means, guys. You don't borrow nothing from nobody. If you can't afford it, oh well, don't buy it, don't borrow it, don't owe nobody. Nothing, 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 nothing. Do not put yourself in debt in this world, guys. Separate your needs and your wants. I promise you, you will be financially stable, guys.
beneficial to Germany in recent years. Unlike its European counterparts, consumers and businesses did not need to slash spending to cut their debt levels when banks stopped lending during the 2008 crash and recession. Germany is pretty much positioned to become astronomically wealthy. Germany is centrally situated in Europe, has access to the sea, and has great river connections. Germany can service markets across Europe from its central location. Germany also has access to both iron and coal, which means it can make steel and generate power without having to import anything. The Germans have a fairly homogeneous culture, barring a lot of immigrants from Turkey in the post-war era. That culture stresses value of hard work, thrift, education, and collective action, a perfect combination for creating successful companies and industries. The Germans came out of World War II with a destroyed infrastructure, but a lot of smart people. With the help of the Marshall Plan, they were able to rebuild the infrastructure, and the smart people worked with great diligence to restore their material wealth. Germany had a pre-war reputation for making high-quality goods, and German companies traded on that reputation in the post-war era, making things like cars, industrial equipment, chemicals, and electronical goods. The German people have had a very stable political system since the war too. When
Wow. That is amazing.
became possible, the West Germans mobilized quickly to make it happen and deployed a lot of money to smooth the transition. There was relatively little objection in German society to the reunification, even though it was...
Well, that just goes to show, and that's where we break the stereotypes. This is what I was saying in the last video. Everybody, my Americans, this is where we break the stereotypes. A lot of people in Germany did not agree with what went on throughout the times in history. Believe it or not, there are some German people that are Jewish. They have said it in my comments. Hey, you know what's funny, Strac? I'm Jewish. Me and my family, and we're German. You know what I'm saying? So let's break that stereotype, and it shows that a lot of people are not for it, and neither was the government. And that silence speaks louder, guys. They definitely weren't silent. They changed the government up and everything about the old cruel ways of how Hitler had it. Made it more for the people. Made it more for outsiders as well, travelers, tourists, people that may want to move to Germany,
quickly to make it happen and deployed a lot of money to smooth the transition. There was relatively little objection in German society to the reunification, even though it was quite expensive. So to summarize, Germany is a resource...
Ooh, so did that mean, since Germany don't borrow, did that mean that people had to pay a little bit more money around those times? In order to be able to pay for such thing? But it's a huge benefit. I'm pretty sure everybody, well, majority, I can't say everybody, I'm sorry, majority of the Germans were probably all in for it. I was like, yeah, I'll pay more for this or that or that or that, because they knew a change was coming. A better change, a permanent change was coming. Let me know in the comments,
central
please.
Country
I'm not a know-it-all,
with a large population who have the right values to be successful and with a political system that is very stable. Thank you for watching, and we will see you very soon in the next video.
You never let me down, my man. You never do. Shout out to the Geography Bible. Original video link will be down below in the description. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today to react to how is Germany the richest country in Europe. And no, he was not being sarcastic. I learned so much from this video, guys, and I truly understand why Germany is the richest country in Europe. And you guys are centered in the middle. I can't believe I didn't really think outside the box about that. I knew Germany was literally centered in the middle of Europe, but I didn't really think as to like, oh, Germany is the center and they are literally creating things that could change the world and, that we use on a day-to-day basis. Why would they not be exporting out this way, this way, this way, this way? You know what I'm saying? But hey, it definitely opened my eyes up a lot. This was an amazing video. Everybody, please feel free to answer some of my questions, educate me, add on top of this amazing video we reacted to today. Feel free to recommend some more videos in the comment section down below. Follow the Twitch and check out my other channels in the description as well. I love you all. Stay safe, man. Did you learn anything new? Did you learn anything new today, man? Or was this actually not your first time learning these things? Please let me know.